right, have and have not fans. Once again, I really wish I'm able to. I really wish I was able to get past this whole copyright thing with OWN. It is currently Friday. Nobody's reached out to me. Later today, if I find a phone number, I'm probably going to just try to call them directly and see if I can just contact somebody, because these videos I'm recording this morning, I really wish I could use the clips to emphasize the points I'm trying to get across. But you know, if you're still rocking with me on these videos, I really do appreciate the support there. But this video is just a quick one in regards to the trailer for next week's episode from the 70s. It looks like, you know, we finally see that Candace and Hannah both arrive at Catherine's house at different times and for different reasons, because one of the questions that everybody has been talking about, you know, me included, obviously, ever since the preview we got for the season back on January the 8th was, whoa. Both Candace and Hannah are sitting in Catherine's living room together, and then Jim walks in. What in the world is going on? Does Catherine call them both over there? Is it something in regards to, you know, the money situation? What would bring those two together to actually come to Catherine's house? But come to find that in the preview for next week, not only do Hannah and Candace get there at different times, but obviously they're both there for different reasons. You know, Candace in regards to confronting Jim about stabbing her brother, and when it comes to Hannah, it is about, you know, the Benny stabbing, but at the same time, Candace is really there, you know, to enact her plan in order to get the $8 million, whereas Hannah is just there to represent her son, so to speak. But at the end of the day, it looks like we're going to see some action where, you know, Hannah slaps him across his face. I wonder if Catherine is going to show up. I mean, I don't think that it's just going to be the scene with those three and Catherine not show up at some point to see what's going on, because I feel like, believe it or not, even though just seeing Jim getting knocked off his high horse is going to be fun enough, I just want to get Catherine's reaction to Candace being in her house. That's something that's going to be interesting. And I know we're going to have to endure the whole thing with, you know, calling her a whore or number 9 or prostitute, and then Hannah sticking up for Candace and yada, yada, yada. But I don't know. It's going to play out something fierce, because I do know in an episode synopsis, Candace and Hannah are supposed to come to a truce or an agreement. So that could mean, for the sake of Benny, the two of them will team up. But will Hannah know about the money thing because Candace is trying to get it? Because if Mitch is able to convince Benny, who is somehow easily manipulated into almost anything at this point in the show, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the $8 million will be something to break those two apart again. But at the same time, it's hard for me to figure this out, because I know people like Jim saying it's his money, but it's not. Technically, it is Wyatt's money by his grandfather's will, that he would have that money once he reached, 21 or something. But due to his self-destructive behavior, his parents are aware that that money would kill him. So legally speaking, because they are his guardians, despite him being an adult, I do feel like the $8.8 million or whatever, that is the Cryer's money, not Catherine's, not Jim's, but the Cryer's money. So even though Jim was the one that orchestrated the whole, you know, well, your husband was the one that sent that guy, the surgeon, to stab my son to send a message about the money, I don't think that they have the right to keep it. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but in terms of it, I feel like the money should be returned, but at the same time, something should be done, because Jim was the one to send somebody to send a message, because Hannah even said, don't you threaten my son. You could threaten me. You could say, do whatever you like to me, but don't you dare threaten my child. I want to go back to my old roots. So pretty much what I'm saying is, I don't think Catherine should have to lose that money. I don't think Catherine's going to give a damn, because if you look at every encounter between Hannah and Jim up to this point, Hannah's trying to explain, I'm trying to get the money back. My son isn't signing the paperwork. And then Jim gets on her case about it while Catherine doesn't say anything. And even, you know, before that, the time he exploded in her face, when she ended up leaving Amanda's car, refusing to get a ride from Derek and just walking to the bus stop, there was the time where, you know, Jim found out that Hannah and Benny's bank account was where the money was. He literally went off in her face, but once it was discovered that she had the money, that's when he pretty much shut his mouth. He's like, oh crap. So I get it. You know, Jim needs to pay for what he did, but at the same time, there should be a lot of okay, remember how we were always saying Benny should just take the $9,000 out of the account, which would pay for the interest on the $45,000 that he borrowed from the Malones. That way he has at least one family off his back for the, you know, trying to kill him. Then just explain to the Cryers the whole situation in regards to, hey, these people are about to kill me, and then just call the $9,000 a settlement for the whole hit and run case, and then I won't even bother you all again. You don't owe me anything, because I still am one of those people where I'm not like Candace saying that Benny should get like half of the money, what, like $4.4 million or whatever. But all I'm saying is I don't think Benny ever got what he deserved after the whole Little Lizzie situation where Wyatt left him to die in the middle of the street. Yes, Catherine did save his life by taking him to another hospital. Yes, Catherine did pay for the hospital bills. But that wasn't something that Benny agreed to. He was obviously in a vegetable-like state. And plus, you can make the argument that Catherine only did that to save face because it was her best friend's son. But also, she never really admitted at that point in time during season 2 that Wyatt was the one that hit him. Then you move forward to Candace extorting $7.4 million from Jim and then buying, you know, the car that she gave to Erica to give to Benny, to give to Hannah, then buying Benny the house and then the tow yard. Benny was pretty much satisfied because remember at that point, later on, I think after Oscar had taken the $7.4 million or the remaining $4 million or so back from Candace to give to David, to give to Jim, she was then trying to sue the Cryers for the Little Lizzie situation while also trying to get Michael into it because remember his granddaughter was hit by Wyatt. Benny was like, no, Candace, I got the house, the tow yard, they paid the medical bills, I'm good. He never really spoke for himself. Benny never got the chance to talk for himself to the Cryers in order to get what he felt was right for being the one left out in the middle of the street. Hannah was always the one saying, no, we're not getting anything from the Cryers. You already got the house, you already got the tow yard to pay the hospital bills. You're not getting anything from them. While true, Benny has never had the ability to talk with them himself. Or even meet Wyatt to that matter. All he's gotten is threats from Jim to his face. So, I feel that even though Candace and Hannah are most likely going to team up against Jim, I feel like this money should just be given back to squash all this. Yeah, Benny should definitely get some for getting stabbed, but at the same time, he kind of brought it on himself by not giving the money back when he had the chance. It's just so many. It goes back to the storyline being dragged on and characters making ignorant decisions and they end up almost dead. And then they get mad at another character for retaliation for something that they did in the midst of a stupid decision. And I could literally keep going in circles about this, but let me know your thoughts. Do you think that even though the Benny situation will bring Hannah and Candace close together to take care of Jim, things will get kind of messy when it comes to Candace trying to get the money in the midst of the confusion? Because I mean, I could definitely see it playing out where Hannah and Candace are getting along, but behind Hannah's back, Candace has Mitch working with her in order to manipulate Benny in order to get the money. And I don't know how she's going to feel about that. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.